crack, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Kazzy, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the makeup and books. That was almost awesome. What's the crack, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Kazzy, and in today's video I will be doing the makeup and books tag. I have been seeing this tag since the day and hour I discovered BookTube, and I wanted to do it sometime last year but never got around to it, so I figured I was going to be doing my makeup anyway. Might as well turn it into a video. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, which is ridiculously simple, then just keep watching. I will have all of the prompts down below, including a couple of videos from where I got the inspiration to do this video. I'm not sure who originally made up this tag. I will have it in the description bar if I can find whoever did it, along with, as I said, a couple of my favorites. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing is primer, and for me I'm using La Roche-Posay's Nutritic Intense Riche. Butchered that. But this is just a moisturizer for very dry skin. I don't really use primers, so I'm just going to go with this. Help if I actually put my hair back first. And the prompt for the book is a book that made a lasting impression. Now, in terms of books that made a lasting impression, a lot of them really don't, but The Midnight Front by David Mack really left a lasting impression with me. Because what it is about, it is set during World War II, and it has like magicians and magic during World War II. What made it lasting for me is there were parts of it that made me feel very uncomfortable to read, and that's what I was supposed to feel. I wasn't supposed to feel comfortable because of what these characters are going through. There is this scene where a character, I can't remember his name, but I adored him, and he was at Auschwitz, or one of the concentration camps, and everybody was being lined up and shot, and the bodies were just going to be falling into this pit, and he fell, but he pretended to be dead. And just reading that made me feel real uncomfortable, and that made it very much a lasting impression on me. Next is foundation, and I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain, and I'm using my Morphe Beauty Blender. The prompt for this is pick your favorite first book in a series. So for this one I went with Inkheart by Cornelia Funke because it was just incredible, and just the way that she talks about readers and books and the way that readers are with books and what books mean to readers, it was just incredible. And like the characters themselves, I really fell in love with all of them, even the villain and the henchmen, and like characters that I'm not really supposed to like, I absolutely fell in love with. And the fact is that Paul Bettany plays Dustfinger in the movie adaptation. Like the movie adaptation is, let's be honest, kind of garbage in comparison to what the book actually is, but nevertheless I really enjoy it. And when I first read Inkheart, I fell completely in love with it. I loved Cornelia Funke's writing, and as soon as I read it I was like, I need to get the rest of the series right now, and I did. I think like I hadn't even finished Inkheart when I just got Inkspell and Ink Death. I was just up in Belfast one day and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go down into Waterstones and get these. For concealer I'm going with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Fairest. I got this in CVS when I was in New York in February. I love this. It is the perfect shade for me for highlight. For this, in the prompt, it is pick a character you wish you could get rid of. Now, there are plenty out there that I wish I could probably get rid of, but the one that really stuck out in my mind for this was Wolf from the Lunar Chronicles. I'm sorry if you're a Wolf fan from the Lunar Chronicles, but for me, after Scarlet, he became whipped. He was like so like domineering, and I was just like, I do not like that. He was just like, oh, my mate, and just he kind of became a bit pathetic to me. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but I just did not like his character at all. Loved all of the other characters in the Lunar Chronicles. So for powder, I'm using the RCMA No Color powder, but I have it in this Rimmel Match Perfection tub because The RC Made powder does not actually come with any kind of packaging that is, you know, remotely useful. It just comes in this like cylinder, and you just kind of have to decant it into something else. So for this one, you have to pick your favorite last book in a series, and I went with Library of Souls from Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children because I really enjoyed that. I think I devoured that one whenever I first read it, and the fact is it really ties everything together in a way that I really loved. Like, I could not put that book down whenever I read it, and Miss Peregrine in that book really shines, and that's why I loved it, because Miss Peregrine is my favorite character in that series. I really wanted more from her from like the first 2 books, and in that 3rd book, boy did Ransom Riggs deliver. I loved it. So next is brows, and I'm just using this powder duo from MAC that I got customized for my brow shade. The prompt for this is pick a book that you think everybody should read. My answer to that one is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. It is like a utopia turned dystopia. Death really has no dominion in this utopia. They've found ways to cure all diseases. Nobody dies unless a scythe deems it your time. Like, even if you try to commit suicide, you're brought back to life. If you're killed, you're brought back to life. If somebody accidentally kills you, you're brought back to life. Even if you grow old, you can turn the corner, as I say, and reduce your age to something that you want. In order to keep the population under control, they have scythes that then kind of cull the population a little bit here and there. They have like a quota that they have to meet, and they do it in their own ways. At the start of Scythe Faraday is taking on his new apprentice, and he ends up with 2. But they can only have 1. They kind of pit Citra and Rowan against each other to see who will come out dominant at the end as the newest Scythe. For shadow, I'm going with this Morphe palette. This is the 25B palette. I'm just like doing like a wee simple makeup look just to make myself look a bit presentable when I am going up the town. The prompt for this is pick a book with your favorite colors on the cover, and I can choose a lot because like blue is a very popular color for book covers, and I don't want to repeat answers. So I'm actually going to go with the Diviners by Liva Bray because it has like plenty of incarnations, but the one that I really like, it has like this navy blue and then this kind of gold and black, and oh my gosh, it is just gorgeous. I love it. But then there are plenty of books that have blue on it. As I said, there are so many out there that have blue, and I could repeat answers. I didn't want to repeat answers. Like, what can I see? Like Legendary, Renegades, How to Stop Time, even the Harry Potter Ravenclaw editions, all blue. I love them. They're so nice. Then for eyeliner, because I'm not doing anything really dramatic with my eyes, I'm just going to use this dark color and this palette right here. And the prompt for this one is to pick a dark and mysterious book. Easily Marina by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. This book, oh my god, you guys, I keep saying it is Frankenstein meets Phantom of the Opera. It follows this character called Oscar, who meets this girl called Marina. It's set in Barcelona, Spain in the 1980s. The writing is so atmospheric that you can just imagine yourself there and everything that Oscar and Marina go through. But they go to this graveyard where every last Sunday of a month, this woman pulls up in a carriage, dressed head to toe in black, goes to this unmarked grave that just has a butterfly on it and leaves a black rose. And so they end up investigating who this woman is and who this grave belongs to, and they go all over Barcelona and they discover this secret, and oh my gosh, it is amazing. I love that book so much. I read it and I felt the humidity of Barcelona. I felt the fog and the mist, and I felt like the fires that were included in it. It was just excelente. Adoro este libro. No puedo recomendarlo más. Like, it's not the most put together makeup look, but that'll do. That'll do. For mascara, I'm going with the Max Factor False Lash Effect mascara. This is just in dark brown. This is waterproof because I'm going to be getting a tattoo, so I might cry a little. So for this one, it is pick a long book. It depends on your definition of long, because you can have The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley. One of my editions is 1,000 pages long, so I could have that. Or there's Priory of the Orange Tree, which is probably going to be the weapon at my murder trial, because you could kill a man with that. I don't know whether I copied this down wrong, but there doesn't seem to be a prompt for bronzer, so I'm just gonna change one of the prompts because I don't really do highlight a lot. As you saw earlier, I use the concealer to kind of highlight, not in the way that's kind of like, you know, ooh, she looks dewy. No, not like that. So I'm going to use the prompt for highlighter for bronzer. I'm using the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, and for this one is pick a book that brightened your day. Matilda by Roald Dahl. That book just brightens my day. Whenever I see it on my bookshelves, I get, you know, very nostalgic and whimsical. It is a very light-hearted book, and it reminds me of being at school and first reading Matilda. It's a very heartwarming book, and then it just has, like Inkheart, it has, you know, just these phrases that are just wonderful for readers to actually read, and especially, you know, at a young age when like you really can appreciate Matilda. But even as an adult, you can appreciate Matilda, and it just makes me love it. What is my necklace doing? There we go. For blush, I'm using the Becca blush in Flower Child, and for this one is pick a book with a cringe-worthy romance. So for this one, I'm going with, I hate to say it, Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Sometimes that romance was like so cringe-worthy and like kind of so YA. Like, I hate to say it because like I love Strange the Dreamer, but in Strange the Dreamer, the romance wasn't as teenagery. Is that a phrase? It just wasn't as annoying as it was in Muse of Nightmares, and I kind of thought it would have just petered out by then. But most of the book is just them trying to sneak off and snog or like do heavy petting. So that was that. And lastly, for lipstick, I'm going with the Kat Von D Everlasting lip color, and this is in Double Dare. So for this one, it is pick your favorite book kiss. Now, I don't read a lot of books with romance. Like, I don't mind romance, but I'm not like a big fan of it. And so a lot of the books that I read don't really have kisses in them. But I would have to say, like, this is like definitely a cheat, but I would have to say that my favorite book kiss is Janeway and Chakotay. I cannot remember which one of the Voyager books it was, but really any of them where those two kiss, I'm all for it, because they are my faves. They are my babies. I have shipped them before I even knew what a ship was. I really should try to do this. Oh, I like talking. So I'm just like lining my lips first before I do anything. It'd be cool if I was a ventriloquist before doing this. And then go in with the wand. There we go. There you have it, guys. That is the makeup and books tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want to do this video. I tag you if you want to do it, or I will leave all of the prompts in the description bar down below. So if you want to copy and paste that and put that into a comment and let me know all of your answers, that would be fantastic. As I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I'm a dumbass and realized I didn't curl my eyelashes. That's better.